Hello, and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning. In my readings, I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me. For best results, sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. Okay. Fantastic. We're deep diving it. We're deep diving it. Let's get an overall card to see what this deep dive message is about from the ancestors here today. All right. Overall for humanity. For humanity doing the great work out there. The overall message is this. The devil. Okay, on the matter of the devil, right? That pesky little detail. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why not? Because I love to talk about relevant shit. Okay, so let us move on. All right, what did you have to say about this devil, creator, ancestors? What are we saying about this guy? Okay, or this toxic person, place, or thing, right? Or this phenomenon. Pow, right? Okay, boom, this is what we're saying. Transcend this motherfucker. Hello? Get thee behind me. That's what you got to do, apparently. Yeah, cut this guy away. Cut him out. Cut him out. Cut him away. He's not serving you. Hello? Right. You got love to give. Okay? When your baby call, you got to jump to it. Right here. All right? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Bottom line, God is behind it all up in this card. So I find that to be particularly interesting in the matter of the devil. Okay? But God said, that's enough now. That's quite enough now. Okay? So God is feeling British today. All right? God says that's quite enough. All right? Get thine ass away from that devil. All right? Fantastic. To thine own ass be true. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I am done. Okay. Okay, here we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. The whole gang's here. Okay, great. So, yeah. Yes. Here's the God card. Okay? So, and then God is behind it all. Up in this card, then here's some divine timing. Right here with some ancestors sending messages. And in this card, she's receiving a message not only from her observations of the common denominator behind it all, but also from the little birdie whispering in her ear, bringing her the secrets of the rest of the shit that she couldn't see from where she was sitting. Okay? So messages from the dead. All right? I know that's right. We got the Two of Cups and then we got the King of Cups. This also represents reaching out for an opportunity to connect. So in the matter of this situation, if this is a human being that we're talking about, it looks like they're going to reach out for an opportunity to connect and express some feelings around here. Because this is some soulmate level shit. Okay? So take that and get off on your floor, or don't take it and don't get off on the floor. Okay? Fantastic. Fantastic. So great. Here we're transcending our emotions. We're staying cool and calm. We're living in God's divine grace. Okay? Cool out. This is a divine union. Cool out. Okay? So that says to me, this devil, don't let this devil freak you out. Because the devil's presence or whatever he's doing or whatever he was up to, it doesn't really matter, ultimately to God's plan. Because God is behind it all anyway. So nothing really went off script here. This was the plan for God. Okay? So you have to transcend your illusions, based on your feelings that you're having, the demons that haunt you. That's a wise decision to make. All right, so I'm being general now, but I feel like we're coming in on the individual level pretty soon. We're almost there. Okay, cutting away what no longer serves us, returning to the safe haven. And then this heartbreak right here. Maybe you had to cut this person out or this thing out, and that made you sad. But you finally had to get that thing removed. You know what I'm saying? That's the sensation that I'm getting. Like, oh, well, they didn't return to the safe haven, or I couldn't let them in the safe haven because they were toxic. They were making me sick. They were making me ill, you know? Or perhaps they were hurting me, you know? Or you were hurt to have to do this, or some such thing around there. All right. And then here we have some reaching out for an opportunity to connect and some expressing of the feelings. I get the sensation, some clarity around feelings. Okay. Because here we're transcending feelings because they're producing illusions. So now we need some light here with the sun card. Right. And I get the sensation that there was some light was gotten. Some illumination was had. I'm not sure about who and about what, but it led to some kind of wisdom. Let us go further. Let us go further. Why don't we? Why don't we just go a little further? All right. What do we mean? Transcending the emotions and the illusions, facing the demons, facing the fears about the emotions and all of that. Like afraid something is true. I get a sensation of missing information sensation. Okay. Okay. Something possibly about a pregnancy. Here we are on the individual floor. Here we are. Something about a pregnancy, something changed. There was some major change. There was some major change on some level. It was major on some kind of level. There was something foolish that was done. But I get the sensation that everything is not as it appears, kind of thing. And I don't really know what that means. Okay, but that's the bottom line of what's being said here. You know, if you got to transcend your emotions, and I see a pregnant woman and I see a fool. See what I'm saying? If it's not a pregnant woman, it's a change. It's a major change. And perhaps this is calling for you on the flip side. This is calling for you to make a major change by transcending your emotions and facing your demons about this devil thing. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. Take a leap of faith on this thing and just hop on your magic dragon and just get out of town on this thing. Not literally necessarily, but I mean, you know, leaving the scene in a way where you're dealing with the situation, not like fleeing from the scene like you're trying to escape responsibility for a thing. I mean, leave this devil in hell where he belongs. You feel me? On whatever scale you would be doing that by removing yourself and including whatever energy you're giving to it on an emotional and psychological level, on the psychic level. You know, stop the suffering of whatever these demons are doing. You know, stop the suffering of whatever this fear is doing or whatever these feelings are doing. Stop the suffering of that, because that's actually not based on anything that's real for you anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like, this devil is not a threat to you. Yeah, he's acting like a threat. Right. He's threatening to threaten you. Absolutely. Absolutely. But do you notice that the devil never does nothing? Right? The devil never does nothing. The devil gets other people to do shit. Am I right? Right? The devil made me do it, right? So who did it? You fucking did it. He got your ass to do it. Left you holding the bag. Simple. Simple. People don't be picking up on it. Okay? Always leave the other person holding the bag. You did it. Okay? So that sort of feeling is the feeling that I'm getting here, where stop letting them do it. Or you ain't got to worry about what he's doing, because he's ultimately powerless. He's using your power to produce these ugly outcomes only if you invite him in. Only if you let it be what he wants it to be. Let it be his vision, and you empower his vision, and then his vision manifests through you. You see what I'm saying? So you can stop doing that now in this area, wherever this was, in terms of, possibly the pregnant woman, or some major change that took place by somebody doing something foolish. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. So whatever you thought about that situation, it's time to rise above it. All right, great. Let's go further. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Counterparts. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. Yeah. There's something you don't know. There's something you don't know about this devil situation, or something you're unaware of, or something you don't realize, because you were, burning in the flames of whatever these demons, haunting you were. And maybe ruminating on why you were there, or not wanting to be there, or why this had to happen, or, whatever the demons are fucking trying to haunt you with. Whatever facts of the situation they're trying to haunt you with, and then they're trying to get you to embellish the rest and make it a monstrous event in your mind. So then it's taking your energy. But you need to uh, burst free from limiting beliefs on this thing. Okay, because we have that here. Then we got the the King of Pentacles here, and then the divine union, God's grace, illumination. I get the sensation that somebody wants to illuminate a thing. They want to alleviate a thing. That's another word that I'm getting. Alleviate, illuminate. They want to take a leap of faith and change some things by making an offering. I get the sensation a show of information, some sort of information about the change out of respect, or, that sort of thing, like explaining something out of respect for you. Someone wants to come and help you with your demons, or yeah, I get the sensation, yes. I get the sensation, yes, because I get the sensation that you helped them with their demons. That's what I'm getting here. You helped remove some obstacles so that they could grow. Somehow their growth was stunted, or they were being kept in some sort of hell, you know, like those Chinese shoes they used to put on the women so their feet couldn't grow properly. Boom, like that. Like it's a restriction, and then that restriction becomes a form of pain, you know. So I get the sensation you helped them out. You took that restrictive shoe off their brain, or whatever, their soul, whatever it was. And so they feel like they want to do the same for you now. That's interesting. And or do that for yourself. Hello? Right. Okay, so get off on your floor. Um, yeah, get off on your floor. So let us go further, and maybe we'll swing back to that. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So in terms of cutting it away, cutting the toxicity away, what about it? It's done. That toxic cycle is finished. It was hard. It was cotton picking. It was success at a great cost. It was a big tower. And then there's some death. Maybe somebody got sick. Maybe somebody got sick from this devil. The devil energy kind of thing. In whatever ways, that can crop up. Because once you have that spirit on you, that can crop up in several different ways, in the form of your health, in the form of, the experiences you're having, in the form of what's going on in your relationship, yada, 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 right? So I get the sensation that this thing, definitely made somebody sick on some scale, but it's over. That cycle's over. It could have been a death of the ego for somebody. Like, it could have been like, how people have to hit rock bottom, so to speak, or they got to slam into a brick wall before they turn the corner on their understanding, that sort of thing. Right. Or somebody got to get knocked out before they learn how to act when they come outside, how to talk to people, that sort of thing. Right. That could have been it too, but it's centered around some kind of illness on some level: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. Okay. That's what this devil caused. But the good news is it looks like the cycle's over, one way or the other, one way or the other. So what about returning to the safe haven? Talk to me about that. Mm-hmm. Some shit happened with some money. Some shit happened with somebody's inheritance. Somebody held back their emotions. Okay, let's try to, pull this together, ancestors. What are we saying? Oh, somebody had to go through judgment for making somebody pregnant. I got another pregnant woman here. They had to make, yeah, okay, so I get the sensation that somebody got sick. Could be from their, from their baby mama. Their mama got sick. Their baby mama got sick. Somebody got sick. There was money. There's lots of money. There's heartbreak. Okay, let's pull this together. What seems to be the problem? Somebody, I feel, took the money. The baby mama, or some such thing like that, um, or you had to cut somebody out because they caused the tower, and perhaps you had to work extra hard. I get disease, but okay, everybody may not be dealing with that. This also could be like, since on the human floor, this could be COVID-19 right here. Absolutely. Okay, so somebody wanted a bright, beautiful future. Okay, but they held back and it died. Okay. Yeah, I get the sensation it held back. The Empress is here. She might have held back. Somebody did what they wanted to do and caused the tower, like purposefully caused the tower to try to hurt the Empress. Now she holding, yeah, I feel like somebody's cutting their losses here. That's the sensation that I get. They're walking away. Here's the broken-hearted Empress, the Judgment card, and the Temperance card. In my deck, it's the T-Bone Orange, where we're walking our unique path, doing what we and only we can do. And then we're on the throne here with the Empress card, confident that we are loved, okay? And being the embodiment of love. So I get the sensation that the goddess or the Empress walked away. She's cutting her losses because this is just too much. This is too much work. You know what I mean? And maybe she's like, let the fucking tower fall then. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I sitting here holding the tower up for? Let this motherfucker fall. Nobody cares. Nobody but me gives a fuck about the tower. Okay, cool. Let it fall. So that's over. We're not holding up the tower anymore. Not at all. Because this is the devil. What we trying to save the devil for? Why are we trying to hold hands with this motherfucker? You can't talk him out of being the devil. Hello? Right. Right. God is behind it all anyway. You know? And the devil is the devil, and that's what it is. Cut it out. That's how you treat the devil. Cut that shit away is what you do. Right. That's what you do. Okay? So whoever it was that was consumed by the devil, who, you know, is showing up as the King of Pentacles and the wise guy, or the person, King of Cups, who wants to, you know, show his feelings or whatever, reach out and whatever. This dude might have cut the devil out. You know what I mean? He might have cut the devil out, and that might have been some sort of wacky shit y'all did in the 5D. You know, because remember what I was saying here, like you have removed some obstacles for this dude. You know, you remove some demons, and now he wants to remove some demons for you. That's what I get here. I get here, this is the wreckage and the carnage that the demons, you know, this is their playground right here. This sickness energy, this needing to cut it away, you know, the tower death and, you know, money and safe haven and a bright future and somebody hurting you, you know, yada, 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 yada. Or you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. That's another thing that I'm getting. By walking away and maybe pursuing your destiny, you know, pursuing your 10 of Pentacles, you know, and just letting the tower fall. Like, here, you know, I'm going to just concentrate on me then. You dig it? And then maybe that was like, boom, you hit the target. You hit it right on the target with that one. You know? So maybe now somebody wants to return to the safe haven. Like, wait a minute, you're not going to hold the tower up anymore? Hold on, you know? So there's another meaning to this card, and that is throwing caution to the wind. That's another meaning for the devil card in my deck. When you don't give a fuck what effect it has. Okay? God is behind it all. You're like, fuck it. You know? I worked hard. I put all my energy into the shit. The shit till it made me sick. Till it made me fucking ill. You know? And at this point, I'm just, it's over. It's dead. It's dead. I'm done with this. You know? Done with this. You got your emotions in control about the whole thing. You got a bright future ahead of you. You safe. You perfectly safe. Even though, you know, there was some infiltration here. You know, there was some infiltration because we got the broken heart. You know, with the safe haven. That means something happened to the safe haven that was upsetting. It was upsetting. You know. And so the safe haven can be your body, your health, your, you know, reputation, you know, whatever, you know, but you're going to cut that away. You're going to cut that away. You're going to be okay. You know, something cropped up. Yeah, something cropped up, but you're nipping it in the bud. You're still feeling a little some kind of way about it. You dig it? And you're channeling that I'm feeling some kind of way about it into fuck this tower. Let it fall. This is dead. You dig what I'm saying? This cycle is over. I'm not fucking with this devil. Okay? And God is like, exactly, honey. That's exactly correct. That is what we wanted. All right? Because we're soulmates with God. Come on, humanity. We soulmates with God. So that's what God was trying to say the whole time. Okay, I learned this about a situation in my life just this past week. Okay? Not a relationship, but you know, an incident that went down like, I don't know, like 16 years ago. All right? And I'm finally putting this shit to bed. And I feel like it's cropping up something similar in terms of the lesson here, which is there's no other assistance besides God. Like, God is the ultimate answer to the question. Like, you know, with all due respect, of course you are to use your own faculties. You are to pitch in, you are to co-create, you know, and you use the methods that you use to do so. Long as you're not breaking any universal laws, you're good. But the bottom line is you have to remember that when you are in the height of a haunting, let's say, you know, where your demons are in your ear, like, what about this? Oh, she never did this. I wonder why that, you know, whatever, you know, giving you like, yeah, making you mad and shit, or making you sad, or whatever that it is, or scared, you know, whatever, right? Whatever low vibrational shit the demons is trying to cook up, you have to know and have the strength, right? Cotton picking card. You got to have the strength to, and the strength card here with the bursting free of limiting beliefs, to go to God. You got to have the strength to go to God. Because in my incident, somebody had violated on such a level, you know, that it had touched my child. And I was ready for blood. Like that was the next logical step. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would agree with me, you know, who knew the details of that situation. Anyone would agree that person should be killed. No question. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, he's alive as far as I know. Anyway, if he's dead, I didn't kill him. So my point being, I was mad a little bit. Well, I was feeling some kind of way towards God. You dig it? I was feeling some kind of way towards God, but but I'm already subscribed to God. Like I'm never leaving the company. So it was like I had to just put it to bed without having to answer, you know, to like, why was that allowed? You know, why, what's up with that? You know? Right. Okay, cool. So I found out that God was behind it all, you know, and that all along the creator was just trying to make me into a Jedi. And my response was to find an alternative to divine timing. Here's the divine timing card. My response was to find an alternative to divine timing, which ended up with me being in the company of the devil. Okay, I was not trying to go to the devil on purpose. But I did go to the devil on purpose, but not on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, yes, the devil, help me. You know, I wasn't like that. But I was just like, I know who understands your fucking shit, buddy. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me call the devil and tell him to come pick your fucking ass up. You dig it? And then I called the devil, and the devil picked his ass up. You know, not the way I wanted him to pick his ass up. You know what I'm saying? But the devil picked his ass up and also tried to pick me up and my child up. You dig it? And that's where it got crazy, because I was like, I can't even say it in public, okay? But I was willing to do great extreme things to ensure the well-being of my child. Okay, that is all I can say. All right, I was ready to do the extreme to whomever. Do you feel me? So, yeah, and that's what the creator was saying, because I was like, why is it still sticking around? I'm tired of the bullshit. Get this fucking thing off me. It's 16 years old, you know? And so the creator was like, I'm not the one who fucking made it 16 years. You still dealing with the shit. You know what I'm saying? You could have took care of that a long fucking time ago. And the whole reason why you ended up having to slay 70,000 demons with government power instead of one demon with just a little bit of power. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being one motherfucker, that's who I sent you, okay? I sent you one motherfucker. You ended up having to fight the whole town. Hello? Because you did that. So I was like, oh, right? I was like, okay. I didn't realize that I really was going to the devil for help. Like I wasn't thinking of it in that sense. I was thinking of it strategically, you know? Like, okay, I'm going to open this door. I'm going to shoot this shot this way. And it's going to bounce off of here, hit that, boom, bounce off of that, and hit this motherfucker in the motherfucking throat. Okay? And it did. It did. It bounced off a few extra things, and then the shit kept going and tried to bounce into my throat, okay? And I was like, wait a minute. Now, of course, I survived. I won. I was victorious, naturally, right? You know what I'm saying? I was victorious. But it was a hell of a battle, people. I still got battle wounds from the shit, okay? Some of them still need to be treated, okay? So, I mean, that's how serious that battle was. You know, and I'm walking around like, yeah, it's all good. Like, I'm perfectly okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I am. I really am. So I'm thankful for that. But things have to be fixed. So coming on back, there's still some things that need to be healed and cut away. There's still some wounds that need to be sewn up behind this battle with the devil. Okay? So that is what we're being asked to do. And it looks like you're doing some of this already. You know, but this is happening on many levels to many different people who's connected in these situations. You know, because God is behind it all, the common denominator. You know, connecting the dots right here in this card. You see what I'm saying? You know, and this big change with the earth in her belly. You know, this big change that's coming. And you got to transcend your illusions and your demons, your fears, because the whole world is going to change, not just your life, not just your personal life, not just your professional life. I mean, this devil is haunting us all. You feel me? In one way or another. You got to see the secrets behind the illusion here. Just like she's seeing what's behind it all and seeing the big picture in this card, this Two of Cups. And then here we have the Magician. So in this card, you know, somebody might be trying to fool you or might have tried to fool you, or don't let yourself get fooled is the bottom line. Fool me once, fool me, can't fool me again, like George Bush say, okay? Holy shit. Yes. Understand that karma is real, okay? That's what you need to understand. Did I say that in today's affirmation? I think I did. Okay? Karma is real, so please do not get yourself twisted here. Just because you didn't see the karma, you didn't see the tower fall, you didn't see the death of the ego, you didn't see all that because they held it back here, quite possibly. You know, and you just had to be confident that the right thing was getting done. You dig it? Absolutely. So one of the reasons why this dude, you know, from this incident came at me so hard is because I toppled his entire operation. I toppled his empire. You dig it? And there was many, many people involved in his empire. And I toppled the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, no problem. Looking like this while looking like this. Hello? Exactly. Drinking sweet tea on the veranda. Okay? Absolutely. So he was like, this bitch ruined my life, and she is sitting here drinking sweet tea on the veranda. This made him enraged. Okay? So then he came for me. You know, he came for me. And I did some Charlie's Angel shit, naturally. But I didn't want to have to do that. I like to sit on the veranda and take it easy in my rocking chair. I do declare. Okay? I do declare. It's interesting I'm in the South, even though I ain't really from the South, but my ancestors are from the South, and here I am. And I'm feeling rather Southern. Okay? Absolutely. I'm feeling kind of Southern these days. All right, so yeah, they was, you know, he was looking at me and he felt like I was acting like I was Southern. Hello? And he was like, oh, hell to the no. I got to wreck your life. I got to fucking wreck your life, you know? So, boom, scars from demon fights, okay? Been in the war and shit. If you're anything like me, you've been in the war. So, no, because you've been there, you've done that. You've been on both sides and all of the sides of the I was going to say Ferris wheel, of the karmic wheel, you know? You've been up and you've been down. You know, so now you know to trust God. Don't ever go to anybody else to solve your problems. Don't try to solve them on your own. Don't even try to solve them on your own. That is not even wise. Okay? Absolutely. You know, you do as much as you can. You do as much as you can, and the rest is a leap of faith. And the rest you have to voluntarily surrender to the superior strength of the spirit. And the strength card here, which is the possession card, ironically, in my deck. Okay, and that is what the human is doing. The human is leaning on the spirit. This is positive possession in this card. It is guidance. It represents guidance from the spirits. Okay, and it is definitely not for people who are not trained to do such. Hello. So I like a little social distance between me and the spirits. You feel me? Okay, a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so you have to see and cooperate with God. That's another thing that the Wheel of Fortune means in my deck. The marketplace. You got to cooperate with God. There's a cooperative effort there, and that's a realization that your very existence depends on. It's another thing this card represents, and it's very real in this instance, because if you go to anything else, anything, it doesn't have to be exotic, you know, if you go to anything else with the, you know, oh, guide my life, you know, solve my problems, not guide my life, solve my problems, because we get guidance in many places. You know what I'm saying? It's like a torch. Nothing wrong with having a torch. That's no insult to the sun. You know, that's not an insult to the sun. So seeking guidance is not an insult to God. But when you expect somebody else besides God to solve your problem, if you call any other form of the law to solve your problem, chances are you're going to be dealing with the devil. And you're not going to be dealing with God unless you know for a fact you got a cop who's a cool dude or lady on the inside. Boom, call them. All right, but other than that, all right, generally what I'm saying is call upon God ultimately. You know, I'm really not speaking specifically to when you have to call the police, you know, do what you got to do. But I'm just saying, ultimately, don't expect that the police will solve your problem, even if it's something that needs that level of management. You know what I'm saying? But just know quietly in your mind, I'm gonna have to talk to God about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think that the justice system is gonna solve your problem. The agency is gonna solve your problem. The lawyer is gonna solve your problem. Like, no one's gonna solve your problem but God. Period. Okay? God, by putting the divine and right words in that lawyer's mouth, or making sure you link up with the very right lawyer right at the right time. You know, or making sure that, you know, that cool cop, you know, is the one that responds to your call, you know, shit like that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Understand, you know, do your worldly shit, but understand who's really solving your problem around here. Okay? So you don't be all freaking out about some shit, make yourself sick, and be haunted by demons. You feel me? All right? Let us go a little further. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody I feel feels exposed, feels seen, and they don't feel good about what you see. They don't feel good about, I want to say, how they've been to you. They don't feel good about themselves, you know, like that part of, like that's a smear on them kind of thing. It's a smear, it's a mark, it's a stain, which is exactly how you feel when the devil touches your life. You feel smeared, you feel stained, you know, and someone wants to change that, but God is behind it all. Okay, so that's the important thing that's being said here. God is behind it all. I'm the ultimate solution. You know, I'm the solution. Like, all of the people, all of the things that are going on, all of the levels of existence, I'm the central hub. You know, it all has to be plugged into me if you want it to work. You know, if you want harmony in your relationships, then you have to see past this karma. Because that's another thing with the Wheel of Fortune, right? Karma. And then this Magician. So that's many layers get off on your floor. Okay? This Magician, or on the world level, don't try to be living life without being in a relationship with me. Don't be trying to have a world without me, on the humanity floor, because you've been deceived by the devil, right? He made the whole world sick, right? Am I right? Okay. Then he made everything like cotton picking. And then the tower, like all of this shit, death, and then all this death. You feel me? And you got to sit here, with egg on your face. Because really the bottom line is, have we been treating each other well? The bottom line is, have we been knowing how to act when we come outside? Why do we deserve to live? Why does humanity deserve to have a free world where you can just run and frolic when you out here doing each other dirty, dirtier than dirty? Why should you live? Why should anybody give a fuck? Right? So God is behind it all. God is saying, I love you. That's why you alive in the first place. Number one. So then when everything's fine, you just forget that I exist? Really? Really? When the only reason why you fucking exist is because I love your ass and I let you motherfucking exist? Really? And you just can't bring yourself to be peaceful up on my planet? Because you're so sophisticated and smart. Right. Okay, so that's why. That's why God's behind it. Don't you ever, that's what I get here, go to the devil. You want to figure something out? You want to fly into outer space? You better ask me. Hello? You want to make a computer? You want to build a new invention? You better talk to me about it. Hello? Or else the tower on your ass. Or else the devil on your ass. Hello? Somebody please tell me who's running this universe around here? Right. While we off sweating the devil. You better sweat God. That's what I see here. That's what I see. You want to worry and be afraid of some shit? That's right. You be afraid to disappoint God. That's what you need to be afraid to do. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The Creator said, get well on that one. Get well soon on that one. Right there. Okay? Because you must be out your mind if you thought you was going to have a world without my love and approval. Okay? So that's why you had to learn how to see past these illusions. You had to learn to experience all of this. You had to learn to experience all of this hardship so you could be pushed into the corner and had no choice but to find an alternative to the devil. You feel me? The toxic shit is not working. Whatever that it is. Whether that's drugs to numb your pain or that's hostility and violence, evil doing. None of it's working. Avoiding the devil by trying to, make a deal, compromise, live and let live. No, we can't coexist. We cannot. We cannot. So it has to be cut away. You dig what I'm saying? You cannot allow psychopaths to run your world and think you're going to just coexist. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Psychopaths will not allow you to just coexist. So what you gonna do? Okay? What you gonna do? You gotta stop letting your demons haunt you and take a hold of this motherfucking situation, humanity. Okay? It's time for you to take a hold of it. How do you take a hold of it? You get into your soulmate relationship with God. You start cooperating with one another. Feel me? But you got to identify and cut away the toxic element. So what does that mean? Now when we meet each other, we need to find out what kind of mental health, levels that we got going on. How's your mental hygiene? That's going to tell me if I can be your friend or not. You feel me? Right. Right. So that don't mean we violent to one another unnecessarily. But when we in the, presence of a psychopath, we got to start mobilizing around that. What's the plan, people? What's the plan? What we going to do? Because these people can't be reasoned with. Okay? And there's nothing they won't do. So now what? You need God. You need God. You better partner up. You better partner up and see past the illusion. Unplug from the matrix. Y'all need to motherfucking work together on this thing. We don't need permission. We ain't got to pass no bill down at the motherfucking Senate. We can decide right here, right motherfucking now, this is motherfucking Earth. Okay? This human world right here. We are the humans. Okay? We can make that shit mean something that's worth respecting. You feel me? Let's cut away this devil by plugging in to our soulmate relationship with the Creator, seeing behind the illusion, knowing that karma's real. Just pour into that. Just pour your energy into that, and that shit is going to flip the switch. And karma is going to take fucking hold of the 3D and yank that shit around all the fucking left and right. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Gotta focus. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have a passionate new beginning. Okay? So that's many layers. Get off on your floor. All right? For the lover's floor, you hear the variables. All right? Pain don't last forever. It's divine time to come together with your soulmate. It's divine time to come together with God. That was the whole point, humanity. The point is you can't have a world without God. It can't be done. Okay? We've done it. We've done the most we could do without God. And we barely got here. Okay? We got here still by the grace of God. So we don't need this devil no more. You know? We learn what we need to know. The devil's no good. There are no alternatives to God. Okay? There are no fucking alternatives. There's no alternatives to doing the right thing. There's no alternatives to walking your divine path. There's no alternatives to growing up. There's no alternatives to death and dying. You dig what I'm saying? There's no alternatives. On some level, even if you found a way to make your body live forever, on some level, you will die. Period. Okay? And that's a beautiful thing. Justice. Come on now. Amen. That's what the ancestors said. Okay? They said amen. That's exactly what we're trying to say. Fantastic. Thank you for that. Yes, seeing the root causes clearly. Come on now. Seeing the root causes clearly. All that energy you put into some shit, maybe a soulmate relationship or humanity, maybe, your love for humanity. Some of these humans have to go. That's real. God and the devil is in agreement on that one. Some of these motherfuckers gotta go. All right? Death card. Hello, God card, devil card. I'm just saying. Okay? And hear your disappointment at what you learned while you've been on the planet. You know damn well some of these humans gotta go. Especially if we're starting to measure our value by our actual fucking value. Dude, if you cannot function as a human being, why should you be here? Do you feel me? I mean, that's not as mean as it might sound on the surface. Really get down to it. Like some people live through shit and I'm like, wow, I'm so sorry they lived through that. Like, hello? Like somebody, car flip over 18 times, the fucking glass fucking shard goes through their eyeball. They can't see. They are blind in one eye. They lose both legs and half an arm, but they're still alive. And everybody's like, wow, yay, it's a blessing. Like, is it? Wait a minute. Is it a blessing? Like, this dude's life is going to be really miserable. You know what I mean? Why the fuck would we wish that for him? You dig it? Right. Like, that's the sort of thing I would never want to live through. Like, if you're going to let me live, don't put me through no shit like that. Because I'm going to be like, yo, where's the gun? Who the fuck? Right? Okay, so I'm just saying I don't love life unconditionally, people. Okay? Like, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. I want to be able to have a minimal amount of fucking enjoyment out of this motherfucker. Otherwise, all bets are off. Come on, people. I keep it real with God. I don't pull no punches with God, okay? If I'm not satisfied with my life experience, believe me, God gets the memo, okay? Absolutely. I get paid for working for God. Believe that shit. I get paid for working for God. So, amen to that, and thank you, God, for your mercy. So, that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting some of these humans have to go. You're going to have to let them go. Don't get scared of what you think that means. Okay, so on the humanity floor, COVID-19. Yes, this was quite something. And it still is, you know, and it still is. How it's the devil's work. It certainly is. I mean, who is responsible for this? Am I right? But at the same time, God is behind it all. Even the devil's work. You know what I mean? It's like shepherding. You know, like I'm going to walk over here and that's going to make the sheep walk over there. Like, so it's not necessarily that you're directly like taking the sheep and putting it over here. You're not like directly doing it, but you know how it works. So you go over here and you arrange the, you know, the circumstances so that things can work out perfectly. You dig it? So now you're a fucking Jedi. You're welcome, says God. You're a fucking Jedi because you know how to slay demons now. So these demons must be slain. And a lot of these people walking around are empty. They're not functioning on a spiritual level. They're not functioning in a meaningful way. That is what the elites have been saying. Like, you motherfuckers know you ain't doing shit. What do you care and why should I care? And that is where the devil and God is in agreement right there. Like, wait a minute, you really aren't serving a purpose. You know, you're doing some sort of manual labor shit. You know, you may or may not be involved in an industry that actually serves humanity or the planet. It don't serve God. Well, what are you for? So, of course, those are bodies that demons can, you know, can ride in and operate in, you know, because they're empty. They're empty shells waiting to be inhabited by some shit, like the possession card here, but the negative flip side, you know. So, yeah. So you have to let that happen. Don't be like, oh, COVID-19, why, Lord, why? This is why. Because some of these motherfuckers have to go. Facts. And that's where the devil and God fucking agree. That's why COVID-19. Okay? That's the nexus where they come together. Okay? Like, yeah, we do need to kill some of these motherfuckers. We really do, you know. I mean, shout out to everybody. You know, some of the people, like I said, it takes all kinds. Some people, it's great. You know, it's like an express train. Like, hey, I'm going to swing by, kill some of the humans. You want to hop on the, you know, I can give you a ride back to the other side. You know what I mean? Like, some people are cool and they got COVID-19 and they died, you know. Like, Buddha was cool and somebody poisoned him, you know. And he was like, nah, it's cool. You know, I was leaving anyway. You know, like, Buddha was real cool and chill about the whole thing. He did it. All right. So listen, I hope that message helps somebody. Okay, I really do. For more deep ass readings where we see what the devil's up to, okay, and what the parameters are, and that God has been behind it all anyway. When it's all said and done, in deep ass readings like these, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. If you need a personal get in contact with me, did I say that? Well, do it. Okay, do that. Information is down below, and pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. And I will see you again here soon. Humanity behind the black veil.